Okay, chapter 5.7 is about rotation. And again, it's not a super difficult topic as long as you like graphing. And I hope you do, because graphing is fun. Um, a rotation is the same thing as a turn. Okay, and it is called a transformation. And transformation is what we've been working on, whether it is a slide or a reflection or a turn or rotation. These are all transformations. It's how this object gets to a new position, whether it turns or slides or flips or flops, reflects, rotates, you name it. It's called transforming that object. Now, it doesn't change the object, it really just moves the object. Anyway, a rotation is a transformation in which a figure is rotated about a point called the center of rotation. Okay, so that's what it's called. The center of rotation is this point right here, where this triangle has been moved or rotated around one of its corners, and it's been rotated up here. Now, the number of degrees a figure rotates is called the angle of rotation. Okay, so this is the things you need to know. For instance, this is a line segment, okay, right here. And we could name this line segment. We could call it AB if we wanted to. It just has 2 points, x, y, and then x apostrophe, y apostrophe. This is actually x prime and y prime. So we start here and we end here. This is where we draw a line. It might make more sense just to call it line segment AB. And it rotates around the center of rotation. See, now this is not connected. Over here, the center of rotation is actually one of the corners of the triangle. But over here, it is far away. Okay, just like the Earth rotates around the sun and the Earth is not touching the sun. Well, the Earth rotates around its axis. I should be careful what I say because some science guy is going to call me out on that. The Earth spins around its own axis, the poles, but in a yearly cycle, it travels. If this is the sun here in the middle of this Ferris wheel, the Earth travels around the sun, and the center of rotation would be the sun itself, because that's the gravity that's holding it in place. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But what we need to see is that there's a certain number of degrees that it rotates to get from here to here. Okay, so this travels around the center of rotation, and the degrees, now this looks like it's about a 90-degree angle, so this would be a 90-degree rotation. This is not exact. This drawing is not perfect. It's probably slightly less than 90 degrees. Okay, so oftentimes we just have to figure that out. We can use a compass, a protractor, or other methods. The book that we're using often puts this little right angle sign in to help us so that we can make sure we understand that. So if this was 0 degrees, 90 degrees would be over here, or 90 degrees would be over here, depending on which way we're going. And we can go either ways. And 180 degrees is all the way around, and then 270 is 3/4 of the way around, and then all the way up to 360 if you're traveling in this direction. If you travel the other direction, it's the same. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. We're looking for the number of degrees a figure rotates, the angle of rotation, and we're also wanting to find the center of rotation. So there's several examples. You just have to be able to tell and answer questions about rotation, and you need to be able to graph using a coordinate plane. Again, it's a short video. This sort of stuff you just sort of have to work through. I guess I should show you one more thing. Let's go ahead and we'll go to the internet and get an image real quick. Okay, so this is a bicycle, and we can move the bicycle, And we can do other things, like we can rotate it. Now, if I just grab it using this tool, back that up. I think this tool. There we go. Nope. Grab the whole thing. Hopefully that's the whole thing. And then if I want to rotate it, you can see the center of rotation is this little dot in the middle. Okay, and the axis, the point of rotation is right here. And that's because I selected this piece. Now, if I were to make this bicycle a little smaller, let's just experiment here and see what happens. Make it smaller, not bigger. All right. And then I'm going to move it. Let's see, that's over here. And now I'm going to select a different piece. I'm going to select something really big. And now when I rotate it, you can see that the rotation, the center of rotation, is not in the center of the bicycle, but it's farther away. So if I started here and I ended here, that would be a 90-degree angle of rotation. If I ended here, it would be a 180-degree angle of rotation. You can see that the bicycle is upside down compared to where it was. If I go back, it's right side up, 180 degrees, upside down. And you notice that it's not just spinning, it's rotating around some point. Okay, so that's just kind of fun. All right, enjoy your work.